Hi, my name is Allie and welcome to It's Not Alive. Today we are going to be making a vegan vanilla cake. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm making myself a birthday cake. Won't be tomorrow when you see this video, but it's the perfect treat, no matter if it's your birthday or if it's not your birthday. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna preheat our oven to 350 degrees, and I have this cake pan here. It's a heart-shaped cake pan. You don't have to use a heart-shaped cake pan. You can use an 8-inch circle pan or a 9-inch circle pan. You can see here I have some parchment paper in the bottom. You can spray yours, or you can use parchment paper, or you can do both. I did both just to make it easier for the cake to come out and the parchment paper to come off. The easiest way to do it is to just trace the parchment paper with the bottom of your pan. There's a lot of fancy ways of folding it, but you don't need that. So the ingredients you're going to need today. You need some all-purpose flour, or you can use cake flour if you have that. Can't imagine you would. Apple cider vinegar, vanilla, baking powder, some salt, some granulated sugar. You want to use organic sugar to ensure that it's vegan, and coconut oil. So let's get started. I lied. That's not all that you need. You also need almond milk or non-dairy milk of your choice, some cornstarch, and then I'm gonna add some almond extract to my cake. That's totally optional. And then if you want to make a frosting, you are going to need some vegan butter, vanilla as well, powdered sugar, and then a little bit more non-dairy milk. So let's actually get started. The first thing that we are going to do is we're going to take our flour and we're going to take 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And a 1/4 cup. 1 1/4 cup. I'm going to make a single layer cake. I haven't totally decided yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do. If you want to make a double layer cake, or more than that, you can double this recipe or triple this recipe if you're really feeling it. Okay. Did I say that we need cornstarch? I don't think I did. You need cornstarch. So we're going to need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Everything I bake with is in these like unlabeled white. So everything is white in a jar. So I just, it hasn't really ever been a problem. I feel like it might be one day, but everything is like enough, different textured enough that it's fine so far. Okay, and then we're going to put in 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. I'm literally spilling everywhere. 1½ is that what I said? 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. Oh my gosh. Okay. I like shook this can earlier. I don't know why I did that. And then we are going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Don't use the large salt, whatever it's called. Kosher salt. And 3/4 cup granulated sugar. And then to the same bowl, so this is a 1 bowl vegan cake recipe. We are going to add a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons oil. You can do butter, vegan butter if you have it, I think. I'm going to use coconut oil. The recipe calls for canola oil, which I don't have. So, forgot to melt my coconut oil, so be right back. Hi, I will not be right back because my camera ran out of storage and the footage has been lost. So that's fun. Instead, I am going to read you the directions. So let's do it. So after you have melted and cooled your oil or vegan butter, you're going to add that to the bowl. And then 3/4 cup of your non-dairy milk of choice. I used vanilla unsweetened almond milk. You want to make sure that your non-dairy milk of choice is unsweetened. And then you are going to add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, half a tablespoon of vanilla, which is also 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. And then mix that until it's just combined. You want to make sure that you are not over mixing it, or else it will become very dense. And then an optional add-in is a 1/4 cup of sprinkles if you want to make your cake a funfetti cake. Or you can add in a teaspoon of almond extract, which I did, which adds a really, really nice flavor to your cake. Most people don't have almond extract. I have it because I bake things. But it's pretty common in wedding cakes. It just adds like a little something to your cake. And then you are going to put your cake pan into your preheated oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. You'll know when your cake is done if you stick something into it, it comes out clean, or if you press your finger into the top of the cake, that it makes an indent, but it comes back, it flattens back out, it doesn't leave or sink into your batter. So you'll want to let your cake cool for 10 minutes in the pan before you remove it from the pan, and then you want to let it cool completely before frosting the cake. So now we're going to make the frosting. I'm going to teach you a hack that you should know. Going to teach you a hack if you don't have a stand mixer or a hand mixer to make some buttercream, which, you know, we're in college, most of us don't have a hand mixer, let alone a stand mixer. So here's an easy way to make some buttercream by hand. Let's get started. Okay. You want to take a 1/2 cup of softened butter. It's very important that it's very soft, or else it's going to make your butter. It's very important that it's soft, because if not, it's going to make it very hard to make your buttercream. This is the Earth Balance brand of vegan butter. This is what I found works the best. Not that I've tried other brands, but I trust this one. So 1/2 cup of softened butter, and you want to beat that until it's creamy. So you want to hit your, this is hard to do without. You're going to take a wooden spoon, take your bowl with your butter in it, and you're going to kind of push the butter up against the sides of the bowl. So imagine I have a bowl, pushing up against the sides of it until it's like nice and creamy. Section out 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and then you're going to add powdered sugar to your bowl, 1/3 cup at a time, mixing it in each time until it's pretty, combined. And then you are going to add in 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of your non-dairy milk of choice. Again, I used almond milk. And then also a teaspoon of vanilla. And so you're going to mix all that together until it makes a buttercream consistency. If it's too thin, you can add more powdered sugar. If it's too thick, you can add a little bit more milk. I would do it about 1/2 teaspoon at a time. And here's my cake. Woo! We must, of course, make a wish and blow out our candles. So here we go.